Hi, I'm Jenna.
And I'm Emma.
We've grown up together, experienced life together, have done many different Bible studies together, goes to church together, get coffee, lunch, all the things.
I have come to Stillwater since I was in 4th grade, and it was just a task on the to-do list. It was just something that our family did every week, and once it was done, we went out to lunch, and that was the last I thought about church until the next Sunday. So it was dry, and I didn't really pursue a relationship with the Father. I just graduated high school, and I jumped straight into work. So I was working at a restaurant 40 plus hours a week and just going through the motions of what I thought I was supposed to be doing at 18 years old. And for the first time in my life, I was wrestling hard with faith. And I had a million questions and a million doubts.
I was actually at Indiana Wesleyan University in college studying community development, doing all the things that you do in college, just trying to figure out more about the Lord and what I believed. And it was the first time I had really wrestled with different theological questions, really who this Jesus was, how it played a role into my life, what my purpose was, all of those like big life questions where you just feel like you're in a midlife crisis.
So we were invited to go on a mission trip to North Carolina with the Stillwater teens. On the way there, we drove in a car separately to carry a whole bunch of just items to take. And so we had many hours to kind of talk about where we were at and what we were expecting from the trip. And we got real honest real fast with the fact that we were longing for the real thing. And we were so hungry for just more out of Christianity, out of the church, and out of our relationship with God. We just knew that where we were at then could not have been the extent of what Christianity is meant to be.
It was a week where the Lord was able to get our attention and space and margin in our lives where we had to address what was actually happening in our hearts.
Yeah. I think I can only speak for myself, but I had wrapped my life up so much in things that I was doing. I was always working, or I was always taking care of people. I was just constantly going and going and going and just looking for some type of filler, really, or like some type of high or low, you know.
The week of just doing life with family,
Yeah.
We didn't want to stop doing that again.
Right.
And so afterwards was the invitation to come back and pray and continue that. And so it wasn't like this mission trip, crazy life change moment, now our lives are completely different. It was more of like a space of margin where we were open to the Lord and He met us.
Yeah.
And so I had never in my life imagined switching schools or anything like that, but I ended up transferring to be just completely online, and so that I could be here and have margin in my life to not be busy and to come and pray and intercede on behalf of the church and others.
And I quit my full-time job working 40 plus hours a week to create more space to come and pray.
What we realized was that was the beginning for not only the teens and for us, but for our whole church. That our church needed to know the real thing, and that this is a daily walk with the Lord, not just on Sundays. We felt our invitation was to come and pray. Just come and delight with the Lord, not to pray for a specific thing or pray for this to happen or get this. It was more so like continue to come and rest in my presence and delight with me.
It wasn't like, okay, God, you have from 9 a.m. to 9:15 to speak. We gave the Lord space, you know, and room to breathe. And so whether that was an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, we trusted that even with school or even with work or even with whatever we had on our to-do lists, we trusted that He was Lord over that. As we got serious about praying, we started to notice that there was a heartbeat for prayer in every pocket of the church, and it was just bubbling up. Like we would see it in our care pastors and the older people, and we would see it in the teens, and we would see it even on Sunday mornings with people getting more serious about prayer. It just spread like wildfire.
We've seen the culture of our church kind of starting to shift. And so that looks like more people receiving prayer on Sunday mornings, more people looking for prayer appointments, because I realize that's the way to healing is prayer.
And not just like a Facebook message like, I'm praying for you. It's we are going to go to the trenches. We are going to walk alongside each other no matter what. And so whether it's with 60-year-olds or whether it's with 4-year-olds, we're going to pray for you. We're going to fight for you. And the only way that we know how to do that is to seek the Lord.
Yeah. Emma's 18 and I'm 21, and what we long for is the presence of Jesus. We don't really care how culturally relevant the church is, if it has cool lights and a smoke machine. We're longing for the presence of Jesus to dwell in a place where there's a family that has deep relationships, that Jesus is amongst them, that the Holy Spirit is moving and alive and active, and that these people are different. Something is different about them, and that's because they know Jesus. And the reality is, prayer doesn't cost anything. And when we invite Jesus to come and to dwell, he comes and he dwells with us and he shows us things and he invites us to different things. Life in prayer and life with Jesus is not boring. It's exciting and it's worthwhile, and it's the only way to live.